You do have some other programs that you're doing on the island, and we're going to put those up shortly.
Okay.
One of them is the Jewish composers, songs by Long Island Jewish composers.
That's right.
That's so interesting. We're going to put the dates up a little later on the screen, but I think that's another thing that you do in addition to all of the things that we've talked about.
And we're planning a concert of music by Great Neck composers at the Great Neck Library, most likely in March of 2013.
Well, there were a number of them, so that's great. No, I love the fact that it's like you're just always doing. There's always another one and another one and another one.
Right.
It's great. I mean, it keeps you alive and interesting. I just think
it's lovely
terrific.
that we have so much of a following and so many libraries on Long Island and around the world. I mean, we've been around the world. We've performed in Australia and in Israel and seven different European tours.
Well, I'm going to ask you a question about that, but let's do it now.
Okay.
Since you mentioned it. And we're rapidly running out of time, I'm being told. But I did want to ask, because you have performed internationally, is there some place that's a favorite or some place where the reception was unusual?
Well, in Israel, we did a performance with the former mayor of Tel Aviv in the audience. He happens to be married to my mother's third cousin, which was nice. And in Australia, we did something.
That was incredible.
And we've posted our Australian performance on our website.
That was
actually.
Really,
But let's get to the next segment.
Okay.
Yes. You knew Yip Harburg, didn't you?
I did. Yes.
And we're going to do some of his lyrics.
Yes, I know that.
From a song that actually was sung at your graduation, isn't that correct?
That's right. We sang it at graduation, high school graduation.
So you've known it a long time.
Well, I knew it back then, and I sort of lived with it, but it's not an everyday tune like Tenderly.
That's right. No, as a matter of fact, it's Helene is going to sing it, and if you'd like to set it up for us.
This was done at the Rockville Centre Library.
It's from FINIAN'S RAINBOW, which was a wonderful musical with music by Burton Lane and lyrics by E.Y. Yip Harburg. And it managed to be entertaining and whimsical and introduce leprechauns, which we really hadn't encountered as a culture, and have social significance. It was very political, so it's quite remarkable. Tell us what you're going to sing.
I'm going to sing Look to the Rainbow.
Okay.
A famous piece of quick help.
It's a solo piece, and I join you as a duet in the end.
Do you? Okay, and this was at Rockville Centre?
Right.
Okay, let's have a look at it.
Laura, where we come from, there's an old valley legend. You never grow old, and you never grow poor, if you look to the rainbow beyond the next moor.
Lovely legend. I wonder who thought it up.
Me father. On the day I was born, said my father, said he, I've an elegant legacy waiting for me. 'Tis a rhyme for your lips and a song for your heart, to sing it whenever the world falls apart. Look, look, look
Yip, you mentioned Yip Harburg. He was really extraordinary. I mean, the lyrics are wonderful. I mean, we should remind people that he cut his teeth on Brother, Can You Spare a Dime, which is that encapsulates that whole period. You know,
My
it's really
favorite
wonderful.
story about him is he wrote April in Paris.
Yes, he did.
And he was asked, how did you manage to capture the smell and the sounds and the sense of Paris so well? He said, I've never been to Paris. Well, how did you do that? Well, I've never been, I also wrote Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and I've never been there either.
Yes,
You know?
it's true. But he also said, I saw it on a travel poster.
Oh, did he say that?
He did say that.
I've heard that part of the story.
No, he was a delightful man and also wrote wonderful lyrics. You know, like he has a volume called Rhymes for the Irreverent.
Yes.
And they're wonderful. They're really great. And you and Leonard have a special relationship to this music and this show,
absolutely.
which I think is great.
Absolutely.
But I said you were innovative, and there's always something new, so I do want to talk about that. In addition to the Ellie Siegmeister, the book that we have here, and the CD of Ellie's music, but you're going to be doing a new program. You have a new program that you want to do on Debussy.
Yes.
And just
For
a
his
word about that.
sesquicentennial in 2012. He was
Yes.
born 150 years ago.
So you'll be doing music for voice and piano.
And for piano solo, right? We're doing that, and we're also doing an opera of mine that was written back in 2003 but never fully staged. We're doing 3 performances of that.
Yes, I
in
have
the
that
fall.
on our schedule.
That's great.
So, tell us about it. Do
Yeah,
tell
that's
us about
based
the
on
opera.
the Boor of Chekhov, and it's an opera that's a play that's been made into an opera at least 15 times, probably more than any other play. Chekhov got so much out of it, he used to say it's not a boar, it's a milk cow.
Yeah.
But I set it to a libretto that was written by Abel Meeropol for Ellie Siegmeister.
I see.
And then when Abel and his wife adopted the Rosenberg sons and were harassed by the FBI, Siegmeister and many others retreated. The opera never got written. There were 8 drafts of the libretto, and they just sat there for years until we did this Abel Meeropol Centennial in 2003, and I set the very first draft, every word of it, and Helene starred in it in Great Neck, as a matter of fact, at Great Neck House and at Queens College. But we're going to be doing 3 staged performances of it.
Yeah.
In Syosset.
I have that coming up.
Freeport.
Yeah,
Right.
so we'll talk about it. You
Okay.
can talk about it as you see it on the screen. As a matter of fact, why don't we set it up now? Let's go to the screen with dates on it, so that our audience can know where they can see you, and I think they're going to want to see these performances. So let's do that now.
On
And
April 1st,
and have a look.
we're doing.
And while they're setting it up,
there it
oh,
goes.
here we go. Here we go.
April 1st, we're doing Long Island Jewish composers. That's in conjunction with the Long Island Composers Alliance. About a dozen composers from Long Island will be participating.
Another creative act on your part. Yes, go ahead.
That's at CW Plus at Hillwood Recital Hall. And then this summer we're going to be up in Nova Scotia doing a summer opera workshop of Blitzstein, Siegmeister, and Lehrman. And then in the fall we have these 3 performances of my opera, which will probably be in conjunction with other settings of Russian opera, either in Russian or in English. My mother and I have done a lot of translations.
So this will be at the Syosset Public Library.
That's right.
And that's 235 Oyster Bay Road. And then on Sunday, November 18th, it will be at the Freeport Public Library. And that's 144 West Merrick Road. And then you'll be doing it on December 2nd at Bethpage Public Library, which is at 47
We left
Powell
out the
Avenue.
date of the Syosset Library. That's actually Saturday, November 10th.
I think we have it there,
Yeah,
don't we?
Saturday, November 10th.
Saturday, November
Yeah,
10th.
right.
So there, November, lots of November and early December, so that will be very good.
Yeah.
I think that's excellent. A
Great.
very full schedule. Now, will you be doing that in Halifax? Will that be?
In Halifax, we're doing Blitzstein and Siegmeister and Lehrman. They actually invited us up to do to be consultants for a production of something called The Harpies, which Mark Blitzstein wrote in 1931, and which I staged at Harvard 40 years ago.
Oh my! Can you come in on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got it.
Can you come in
That's
on
the
that?
Harpies. I've got the tune in Trouble in Tahiti was my trouble bill, but they're just doing the Harpies with 2 other operas.
Okay.
And they asked us to come up as consultants, and then they said they're going to do we're going to do a master class, and we're going to do a recital of arias by Blitzstein, Siegmeister, and Lehrman.
Oh, that should be very interesting.
Really
that
fun,
really,
yeah.
have you done that before, master classes and such?
Well, we did that for Blitzstein and for Siegmeister with the National Opera Association for their centennials in 2005 and 2009, respectively.
Yeah.
But we've never actually done a program quite like this. This is going to be unique.
Also, did we put on the crawl how to get in touch with you? Did we have that? I think we
so.
did.
Not yet.
You want to do that?
Not yet. Let's have that. If we didn't show it, let's have that
Right.
now. Yes. Do you want to say it?
516-825-2939.
And your website?
Is www.ljlehrman.artists-in-residence.com.
Okay, sounds.
We have our schedule there. We have 350 videos, including one of you introducing us in Great Neck.
Yes, you have videos of everything that you've done. And I should mention a long list of CDs. I don't know how we're doing on time, but we have Helene Williams sings Songs of Conscience. You have a Blitzstein Cabaret, Broadway Dreams. Helene Williams sings more songs of love. You have Mark Blitzstein's Songbook, the Abel Meerpool Centennial Concert, Ellie Siegmeister. You have a David Diamond Jubilee.
That's right.
You have,
and we've made some of Schubert and Schumann as well.
Yeah.
And Mozart.